Kakadosh Boker Tov. We're continuing with the halachot of Shavuot. Siman Tav Tzadik Daled. Maran brings down B'yom Chamishim Sfirat HaOmer Hu Chag HaShavuot. The 50th day of Sfirat HaOmer is going to be Chag HaShavuot. And the Seder Vilah is just like on Yom Tov Shel Pesach, but they say Chag HaShavuot Azeh Zeman Matan Toratenu. We finish the Hallel during Shavuot, obviously not in night time, and then you're going to take out 2 Sefarim, and then you continue from there. The Mishnah Berurah brings down that what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to pray Arvit after nightfall on the Knisat Shavuot B'Tzet HaKochavim, in order that the Sefirah should be 49 Yom Temimot, which means in order to have 49 complete days, so therefore you're not supposed to pray Arvit until after nightfall. That's what's brought down in the Mishnah Berurah, and that's also brought down in the Taz and Achronim. However, though, the Shlach Kadosh brings down that you only have to be careful for this for Kiddush, right? But that which we're going to pray early, there's no problem, because Rosh Hashanah used to pray on Motzei Shabbat on Shabbat. So he says, even though it's still Shabbat, now he says, so if that's possible, so obviously you could do that. So therefore he says, so even if you're not going to actually pray later after Tzet HaKochavim, but at least a Kiddush should be done after Tzet HaKochavim. And that's what's brought down in the Kaf HaChaim. And also Rav Ovadia Yosef also is the same thing. You're allowed to pray Arvit mi be'od yom, but the Kiddush should be done at nightfall. And that's what we do here. We pray that we're going to do, obviously Mincha is late, right? But then afterwards we're going to have the Shekiah, and then afterwards, by the time we get home, you're able to already start the Kiddush, because the Kiddush will be done at nighttime. Says Rav Ovadia, this is all going to be in certain places in the world, but what happens in Europe? That, for example, right now, nightfall is at 10 o'clock at night. We're in the middle of the summertime, it's at 10 o'clock at night, the children, they're suffering, right? The elderly people, they're suffering. You have people that are going to be having problems also for doing the Tikkun Leil Shavuot. So what are you going to do in such a place where it's so late? So there, Rav Ovadia Yosef brings down, this is in the Chazon Ovadia and Shuti Chavadat as well, he says that even though usually, again, you're supposed to wait for the Kiddush for Tzet HaKochavim, Be'artzot Europa, he says in certain places in Europe that they're going to come and it's going to be very, very late, and therefore everyone's mitztarim, they're allowed to come and they could be mekel, to eat, right, even beforehand. He says it's better to wait until after Shekiah, which means that at least after sunset, which that in itself, by the way, you should know is around 9 o'clock or a little bit after that, which means that even that, you should wait until Shekiah, but they're not obligated to wait until afterwards. Now says Rav Ovadia Yosef, this is only going to be on the first night. On the second night, the exact opposite. He comes and he says, "Aval belel yom tov sheni livnei chutz haaretz en od tzarich laila vaday ela yachol lekadesh mibeod yom ve'adraba adif yoter lekadesh mibeod yom." He says it's even better to pray early on the other days, especially when there's going to be, whether it's Itushim or other things, because it's hot, and if you're going to do it, so therefore the woman could actually even light the candles during the day, which means that's what we're doing here the second day. The second day we're actually praying by Peleg HaMincha, by Plag HaMincha, right? But even though we're praying by Plag HaMincha, we wrote down to do the candle lighting after whatever it was, 8:40, 8:50, I don't remember exactly what time is real nightfall, but technically speaking, Rav Ovadia Yosef brings down that if you're already going to be eating early, you could light the candles early as well. Now obviously it's better lechatechila that the candle should be lit after, right, Shekiah, that's already brought down in Nichot Yom Tov, in order that you should actually be able to benefit from the candle lighting. But he says, because according to the Pashtanim and others as well, the candles are supposed to be for the Seudah, and therefore since the candles are supposed to be for the Seudah, you could actually come and you could light the candles at that time as well. So this is going to be what we're doing, the schedule on the night of Shavuot. Again, there are some people, and I actually saw in certain Beit Knesset, they would do like the Mishnah Berurah. They would do Mamash Arvit after Tzet HaKochavim. Then by the time you're starting your meal, it's going to be after that. So imagine, because you're only starting Arvit after nightfall. We do over here that we're doing Arvit before, right? We're only doing Arvit before nightfall, but we're doing Kiddush at nightfall. And then obviously, what's going to happen the second night, we're going to do early, just as it's brought down also in the Halacha.